you decide to market your brand is how you show up in the world. Just Marketing is committed to making a difference through being and building ethical, anti-racist, and equitable businesses. If we haven't met yet, my name is Meg Brunson, my pronouns are she, her, and Just Marketing combines my mission to build a more accessible and inclusive world with my expertise in the digital marketing space. Let's do this. This is episode number 19, A Just Marketer's Guide to Sales Tactics and Marketing Psychology. So many people say that they hate marketing, but they don't. Not really. They think they do, and the reason is simple. Because a lot of marketing that they have seen is full of psychological manipulation and gross sales tactics. Sure, that old way of marketing may work, but it's far from perfect, and I know this from personal experience. I had been in the entrepreneurial space for about a year when I decided to cave and listen to what one of these OG bro marketers was teaching. I built my funnel like he said I should. I wrote my emails like he said I should. And then I hit go on the whole thing. It was a mess. It was a complete disaster. Not only did it not work, many people on my list hit reply to let me know it was a crap strategy and it was misaligned with everything I stood for. I quickly turned off the whole thing, crafted an apology email to my list, and never looked back. Y'all, just because it's the way that they have always done things does not mean that it's the best or the only way. We live in a country that was built on white supremacy and patriarchy, and so it comes as no surprise that traditional marketing strategies have been created with those values in mind, with a focus on profitability and a disregard for humanity, compassion, and kindness. But it doesn't have to be that way, and I'm on a mission to do something about it. I'm on a mission to introduce Just Marketing as the new way of marketing. Marketing that is free of all the tricks and crap, and instead is genuinely and fundamentally puts people first. Now is the time to change that, and we have to start from somewhere. So let's start from right here, right now. And we're going to start by saying no to these 3 marketing strategies. We're going to say no to false scarcity and urgency. This one is pretty much a norm in the marketing space. Sometimes there really is scarcity or urgency, like if your event is live and you legit need to get your tickets before the event goes live, right? Or a case where your hosting platform only allows 100 attendees, and there are only 100 tickets available for that reason. However, we have been conditioned to think that it's okay to lie about these things in order to manipulate people into taking action before they're really ready to do so. Deadline timers are often used to create a false sense of urgency and encourage people to make purchase decisions quickly. The reason that people use strategies like this is because it works, but at what cost? Every person is unique in the way that they shop and make purchase decisions. It's because people are at different phases in their lives dealing with real problems, and it's just plain rude to rush people through the process because you want to get your money now. Instead, respect your prospects and trust them to make educated decisions from a good mental place. It will benefit everybody going forward. Similarly, we've all seen social media posts where somebody claims that they're only accepting 2 more people into their course or whatever. But you know damn well if 3, 4, or 10 people want it in, they're going to find a way. Heck, I've got caught up shopping for an item online and it says there's only 2 left. So I buy one because I'm scared they're going to be sold out, right? But wouldn't you know, I go back, 2 left. The next day, 2 left. There's always only 2 left. It's annoying and it's shady. Did it work? Sure did. But it made me feel like a dope for falling for it, and it left me feeling annoyed with the business and unlikely to trust them going forward. And that's not the look I'm going for, not in my business. We're going to say no to feeding negative emotions like shame, fear, guilt, or pain. How many marketers talk about pain points? I know I'm guilty of it. And knowing what causes our ideal customers and clients pain, shame, guilt, fear, etc., that can be a good thing, but our messaging doesn't need to rub their noses in it. There's enough negativity in this world, and your marketing would be better spent focused on positivity, and it can still be effective that way. So instead of dwelling on all these negatives that your audience is experiencing, shift the focus into how your product or service makes things different. All right, you can still address those pain points, but do it in a way that is positive, that has a positive spin, that focuses on the more hopeful outcome. So one recent example for me is I have a client who owns a fitness studio, and they were running a summer promotion to lose the fat. As a fat person myself, instantly it made me feel self-conscious, like I was bad or wrong for having a fat body shape and size. You don't want to make your audience feel bad, right? We adjusted the messaging to get fit, which just kind of hits me better because I know that fit looks different on different people, and it's not attacking my body shape and body size. So basically, when I'm working with my clients, I'm looking for words that have negative connotations, and then I'm trying to rewrite the negative words out while preserving the underlying message that the brand is trying to get across. Here's another example from something I saw online. I saw an ad. It was for like an acne product, an acne face wash, and it said, "Feel beautiful again." What does that imply? Feel beautiful again. To me, it implies that if you have acne, you aren't beautiful anymore, or you shouldn't feel beautiful. We have to think about not only the overtly negative words, but also ensure that we're not implying negative things about humans, about other humans. In a book written by Trudy LeBron, the anti-racist business book, she refers to leveraging shame as a sales tool as an exploitation of power because the salesperson knows the psychology behind their tactic. They know it's going to work, but the customer doesn't know that they're being played. Right? Think about that. It's the way it's always been done, but the salesperson, the marketing person, they're at the advantage because they understand the psychology, but the consumer doesn't know that they're being tricked. We don't want to be that person, y'all. Finally, we are going to say no to false expectations. Your marketing message needs to be clear about who your ideal audience is, the real outcomes they can expect, and then give people an idea of what they should not expect from your product or service. Don't position extreme examples of success as the standard of what's possible. Think about those weight loss commercials of your youth, right? Where you're only shown the super transformations that really wow you, and you're not shown the average outcomes that are still good, but are significantly less impressive. We don't want to mislead people. That's another way of tricking them into thinking that we can solve all their problems if we can't make that promise. All this does is plant the seeds of distrust and make it harder to expect those customers to return to us. So we've said no to 3 things. We've said no to false scarcity and urgency. We've said no to negative emotions, and we've said no to false expectations. What I want you to say yes to is putting people first, putting people over profits, deciding to implement strategies that value people over the profits that you are trying to make. Yeah, as business owners, we need to make money, right? We need to. If we're not making money, we don't have a business. But we have the tools to make money in a way that still prioritizes the people that we are serving and the people who we are welcoming into our ecosystem, in a way that respects them and allows them to make the educated decisions that they are totally capable of making. That all also reduces buyer's remorse, and it reduces refund requests. And it leaves us and everybody that we encounter feeling good about the whole process and excited about the future. And when it leaves people feeling that good, they're going to be more excited to share their experience with others. Okay, y'all. I know this podcast is full of recommendations for ensuring your marketing is just, and trying to remember all the things can be overwhelming. Luckily, you don't have to rely on memory alone. Before you post your next piece of content, be sure to download the Just Marketing Checklist so that you can ensure that everything is as accessible and inclusive as possible. You can download that resource at justmarketingchecklist.com. You may already know, but we've made Just Marketing accessible to you however you prefer to consume your content. You can subscribe and listen on your favorite podcast player, subscribe on our YouTube channel to watch the videos, or read the transcriptions on the blog and subscribe there as well. I would appreciate honest reviews wherever you are consuming this content. And of course, if you would share this resource with anyone who is or should be on a Just Marketing journey. Thank you so much for being with us again today. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.